Good Sunday morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hopefully doing all right. Hopefully, not too overstuffed from the turkey day. Not to not to be too corny about that. Yeah, a lot going on this week. So the whole OpenAI thing, right? Like, just go off of the fact that um, last week I was talking about the fact that Altman was, out, but more than likely going to be back, and that like the only real misstep I had was thinking that it was gonna, take a little bit of time. Uh, it was took all of a week, basically, and I think, I think that the decisions were soundly made. Um, I like the fact that Altman is now back as CEO. I like the fact that the entire board is going to get replaced with people that he feels are much better suited for how things are going and how things should be structured. And yeah, I think that there are a lot of people who are saying that there's there like there's some explanation that needs to go on, that he not necessarily explanation that needs to go on, but they're saying that, like, okay, well, he's got to at least talk about what's happened, and um, talk about why it happened and what exactly caused him to get removed. And I don't think that that's necessary. I don't think he owes anyone an explanation for anything. um, I'm not entirely sure why anyone feels that way or would feel that way. Um, just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't think he owes anybody an explanation, especially given the fact that he wasn't given one. That's like right out of the gate. So, uh, like, I think about it and it's like, okay, well, but he didn't get much of an explanation until like just before it happened. So, what exactly is he going to tell anyone else, right? Now, I'm sure that they fed him some BS, right? And if they fed him the BS, that's, what else is he going to say? No one knows what the necessary, like, what the real reason behind the whole move was. I've listened to a lot of different podcasts. I've listened to a lot of different videos. I've read a lot of different articles. It's funny because what I was thinking last week was that it would be essentially one of two things. Well, kind of both at the same time, but one of two things where they either removed him because there was some sort of monetary push that they wanted to be able to monetize more off of GTP or GPT than they had been. I'm not entirely sure how they would have gone about doing that, possibly restructuring the company, but not again. I'm not entirely sure. The thing I thought, the theory I thought was more likely, especially given the reason. Everybody thought that the reason, and I guess like it was like a majority opinion that, like, okay, well, there's not enough disclosure. Like, the board is not getting enough transparency from Sam. And I talked about that last week, saying that basically means that he's lying to them in some way. And I took that essentially to mean that, he just wasn't being like, he was being transparent with everybody on the same level at the same time, which again is troubling for a board, because that doesn't put them in a position to be able to react well, or like react as quickly to things if they need to. So which I don't necessarily, depends on what you're doing, but it's not like OpenAI is like I don't know how else to put it. It's not like they're an unwholesome company per se. They're not they're not going and spilling chemicals into a lake, right? So I think that at this point there is a little bit of a need for Sam to pull things together and just show that there is solidarity within OpenAI, just to put to bed any of the concerns that, like, oh, things are still shaky and employees are still on the fence and that kind of stuff. Just, put that all outside of that. I think it's business as usual. I think people are just happy that he's back where he's at and that things are essentially back to normal. Interesting little spat that was had, but I don't really see much beyond it. I know, like, people are really trying to make it out to be a huge thing. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I just don't. I mean, I suppose that I should. I don't know. Like, it was a big deal when he got like when he got fired, because of the fact that no one saw that coming. Nobody saw that coming. I don't I don't care who, quote, on the inside saw it coming. Nobody saw that coming. And then Brockman stepping down, that wasn't necessarily anything that was surprising. Like, again, they're friends. They're really good friends. So and the fact that he was he was the chair of the board and they didn't say anything to him, right? So it's a little weird that you're left on the outside from that decision. Anyway, the whole thing's like, to me, it's over, done with. It's gonna take about a week or two. Give it probably just till the end of next week. I don't think there's going to be, look, this isn't an arena that wants drama or wants there to be drama, right? That's why Microsoft jumped all over it almost immediately, was to sort of quell any sort of concerns, especially with investors and all that kind of thing, to just get people to the understanding of, like, hey, we don't play those kind of games at this level, and this isn't the kind of industry that does that kind of stuff. Like, we don't need to be having little fights about power struggles and that kind of thing. So I'm glad it's all said and done. Things are back to normal, seemingly, and they're going to continue forward with progress, business as usual. So in the wake of that, Claude released its new its new expansion. It's like Claude 2.1, I think. So it's not even, which is kind of funny, right? Because only in the sense that they're saying like 2.1. Let me throw this up here. Screen. Okay. I'm doing, let's see, entire screen. Also share system audio. Test this so you guys aren't 2 hours in and then all of a sudden you don't hear anything. Let's say 2 hours in and then all of a sudden sorry, I was just getting duplicates there. All right, good. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so Claude 2.1, 200K text window. What does that amount to? It amounts to something like, I don't know, 500 pages of a book. So reduced significant reduction rates in model hallucination. System prompts and new beta feature tool use, also updating their pricing to improve use efficiency for customers. So let's take a look at that. So this is on their API token cost. Claude Instant, low latency, high throughput, which I'm assuming is basically like a GPT-5 standard prompt. Not terrible. It's funny because everybody else like prices the this is probably the third or no, this is probably the fifth token model that I've seen or like have encountered. Let's see. What did I screw up about it now? Oh, does it say Monday? It does say Monday. That's fine. And just cannot get it together when it comes to streaming. It's really not even a whole lot of comment about that. Yeah, you can. Can do. Just share the show link. I don't know. Sorry, as per usual. Technical. It's the show. Disaster. You know, this is the this thing. Let's see if we can change the start time to. I doubt it. Nope. Yeah, it's definitely. Not that that's gonna make much of a difference. What's weird is that like I'm already live, so you know, but it's still asking me for the same information. It has the event name and everything in there already. It just I don't understand. Let's see. It's not gonna let me change it. So alright, well. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just call it a holiday break or something. So ridiculous. Yeah, we'll just, I don't know. We'll just call it a break or something. Yeah, this is an utter nightmare, so. Alright, well, we'll just call it then. And, I don't know. I'll do something next week. I don't know, put something better together than a shit show. I'll put it to you that way. Yeah, I'll post about it. Apologies and all that. It's just been, I don't know, it's been crazy, and I thought I was gonna have a ton of time this weekend to do stuff, and I really didn't. Didn't get a lot of stuff done that I had wanted to. Yeah, so I don't know. I know I keep promising a better show. I really do, and it's definitely going to get there eventually. But you know, time. Time is definitely not on my side lately. So, let's see. Yeah, and you know what? Of course, you guys can't hear me that well. Yeah. Okay. Well, till next time.